You're not going to believe who's here today with me. I'm going to give you some hints. She is an award winner, a national and international star, recording artist, an astonishingly skilled songwriter, soulful guitar player. I love your guitar playing. It's so beautiful to watch. It's so great. Come up with some great stuff. Breathtaking, freaking vocalist. If you say hi right now, they already know who you are. Go ahead. Just give them a tiny little bit.
Hi,
There
guys.
she is! I wasn't lying. Not to mention, she plays keyboards, and she's a striking, intelligent, and charming woman. And she's my friend. Yes, I'm cool like that. And here with me, I have Kati Ferrara!
Hi. Thanks for the introduction.
Thank you for letting me invade your space and cook for you. We cooked today, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was so good.
Episode is somewhere on the internet, on Facebook.
Yeah.
On her page, Kati Ferrara, on Facebook. Is it Kati Ferrara Music?
Yes, Kati Ferrara Music.
And you can find her on katiferrara.com. It's her website where you can find her merchandise, all of her albums. You can download all of her songs, or you can buy them. There are videos. There is so much out there for you guys to check out. CD Baby, there is some stuff you can buy there. We're gonna get to that. I know you have a book that you wrote about your experiences on the road, which I think it's an amazing idea. I want to take a look because it's very inspiring that you went all over the world busking.
Yeah.
Do you like busking? She does.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I got started in music. I started playing in Santa Monica on the promenade and on the pier, and then I started playing in Burbank and farmers markets, and then I was like, okay, I want to play in other countries, because especially in Europe, there's tons of street festivals.
Right. How did you find out about them?
I think, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, that's really well known. It's not just street performers, but there's also like theater and other types of acts. But just word of mouth and, going on the internet. And also, I was in this program, it's called Feeling the Street.
Yeah.
So I won this contest in 2015, and that was street performers from all over the world. They all came to New Zealand, and then we went on a road trip together, and we created music and performed at this festival. And so I kind of learned a lot about the street music culture. A lot of the buskers, they come from different countries, and they talk about the street festivals that are happening. And so I just did the research and
how did you get to be involved with the street festival?
Yeah, street festival.
Yeah, and I know it's on YouTube. There's a few promo videos in there of you guys in the airport, you guys getting together, traveling there, and then busking there. And how long is this festival?
The Feeling the Street contest. Well, that was in 2015, and they did 2 seasons of that. They did one in 2016 as well, and the participants, they went to Australia. My year, they went to New Zealand. And then the festival that we played at, it actually happens every year in Queenstown in New Zealand. It's the Winter Festival. And it's crazy because, it's June, but it's their winter, so it's snowing in June because it's opposite, right? Well,
you're cold there. Well, it's summer in Brazil in June.
Oh, okay.
I think. I've been here
in some
for too
parts
long now.
Of Brazil, yeah.
And my room is always really dark and cold.
Yeah.
But for not the street. Why can I not remember the name of the street one? I had it here too.
Oh, Edinburgh.
Yeah, that one was the season that you did. You went and you did the is it the first or the second season?
Wait, which one?
For the contest one.
Oh, the contest, that was the first season, yeah.
The first season. And then for the other one where you guys go, and how long is that festival? Is it a week or a few days where there's a lot of other artists? The one I think is in Germany.
Oh, in Germany, yeah, I've played several festivals. So, the one that I mentioned before, that was in Scotland. That was the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. The one that you're probably thinking of, I played 2 years ago. It was in Germany.
Yeah.
In Braunschweig. And then I also played in Switzerland in a place called Chor.
Right.
Yeah. So it's Chor Busker Festival, Braunschweig, Buskers.
Right. That's what I saw.
Yeah, and in Italy I played at the Ferrara Busker Festival.
Ferrara, they make a festival just for you.
My name.
Well, they should. There's a cute video of you playing, and like they're talking to you, and that was super cute. She's trying to record a song, and they're like talking to her in Italian. She's like, "Let's do americana," and they're like, "Bellissima."
This old man who was walking down the street, and he's just like,
very Italian of him.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't speak Italian. I'm American. Sono americana.
But he got that, right?
Yeah.
So there was people watching you, right?
Yeah,
there.
and I had a couple of women, they were just sitting and they were like trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, she's recording a video. And at the end they go, brava, brava.
Yeah. It's very, did you record that by yourself?
Yeah.
It sounds really good. Did you have it going straight to your system there?
I have a Zoom recorder.
Okay, cool.
So I just brought that and set up my camera.
Talking about it, I didn't turn mine on.
Oh yeah, you gotta turn your Zoom. We can start it again.
My Zoom, it's not as cool as yours. But I really want to get one of those that you have. Because they're awesome. They would be great for podcasting too.
I actually have an extra one if you want to. I'll show it to you afterwards.
Cool, you're going to send it to me?
Yeah.
Woo! See, guys? That's what happens when you have cool friends.
Yeah.
So talking about the busking, I know that you do it in Burbank. Do you do it more in Burbank these days than in Santa Monica?
I'm most at City Walk. So Universal Studios.
Yeah.
I was doing Burbank and then I shifted to City Walk because they give you a designated spot and then you don't have to move so much. Burbank, I remember when I first started, like the promenade, I mean, it's cool, but then it just gets saturated with so many people and it's, I think busking is great when you don't know anybody and you're just trying to meet people and kind of get a feel for an area.
Yeah.
And that's why I really like it when I'm traveling. Like, I can literally just set up somewhere and just meet people, and maybe they'll say, oh, you could play at this pub over here. You could play at this bar or a restaurant. People are really helpful, and it's more about making connections for me. And also, I make tips as well, but, with Burbank, I feel like, I barely go out there anymore. It's crazy. Like I was doing it so often, and probably with City Walk, I'll probably do it for another year, and maybe I'll find a new spot. I don't know, but I feel like with busking, like don't stay in one place for too long because, there's so much else out there. Like if you think about like the word busker, it's like it comes from buscare. It's like to look for. Yeah, you're searching for something. Yeah. So it's like. To me, like, I don't think you should stay in one place forever because, you don't grow if you stay in one place.
Says the girl that went busking in Italy. Yeah, you get it. We're so humbled right now. I am. And you sell merch? So, you can get your music out too, and you get some new, followers, and the word goes around. Yeah. How long do you busk for when you do?
It could range, it depends on the foot traffic. Like, if the foot traffic kind of sucks, I'll be there for an hour. If it's great, I'll be there for 4 hours, 5 hours. Like, I could go. I could keep going straight. Just
You have a lot of songs. You have written a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And you have a lot out.
Yeah.
We can find, it on Spotify, on YouTube.
Yeah.
In many other places. Pretty much anywhere, right?
Yeah.
iTunes.
I've got a bunch of originals. I've got over 50 originals, and then I've got 400 covers. Just if you go on my social media, so I do a lot of live streaming, and there's this website called Streamer Song List, and a lot of Twitch users use it. But I had my friend help me put in all the songs. There's over 400 songs on there.
I did. I actually asked for you to play an Aerosmith song on one of your shows. I don't know if you got to it. Did you get to it?
Yeah, I think it's crazy.
I was drinking, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I
go crazy, crazy, crazy for you, baby.
I love the renditions. Renditions? That you
renditions,
do,
yeah.
Renditions, yeah. There was this Cat Lemon.
Yeah, Lemon Cat. That's my
Lemon Cat.
fan group name.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did you come up with that?
Yeah, well, I wanted to do Katy Cats, but then Katy Perry has Katy Cats.
What a
and
bitch.
And then I was like, I really like lemons.
You do.
There's this weird one of my fans was just like got obsessed with it. He was just like, Katie's cooking with lemons again.
I was gonna ask what happened to the lemon. Everything was about lemon. You know, I love cooking with lemon too. Lemon goes on anything.
Yeah.
Including in this tea, you could be putting on.
Oh my
tea.
God, I could put it in my
She's
tea.
drinking. I have that mug too.
Ooh.
I got it at NAM.
Yeah, free merch.
I'll take a mug.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because we drink so much coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you drink coffee. Drink any coffee? I drink that. Yeah, lots
So
of coffee.
good.
Get wired. Get to work.
Mm.
You know, talking about work, I know that you spend a lot of time in your craft. Not only with your singing, with your guitar playing, and going out there and playing these gigs, you know, and going to different parts of the world to spread the word about your music. Very passionate, we can tell. You work very hard. There's a lot of stuff on the internet. I was like 3 days looking through the internet just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm sure I did, you know. Why don't you tell us about the book, that book that you came up with?
Yeah, well, I wanted to write the book because I wanted to inspire people at the time and just talk about my experience. Like, it's more like, a lot of people think, oh, it's a tutorial on how to busk. I'm like, no, it's not. It's far from that. It's things that just stories like and things that I encountered, you know, just starting out as a musician that I think help my fans get to know me better, like people who are interested in my music. You know, I think with Spotify and, you know, all these streaming services, I mean, it's hard for people to get to know you as the artist. There's so many great artists out there. There's so many talented people out there. But for me, like, developing a relationship with people, I just thought the book was something, you know, tangible and really meaningful for people just to see who I am, you know, behind the music.
I definitely want to check it out.
I think, let me see, I think I have it here. Hold on. It should be.
She's on the floor right now looking for the book. I love it.
I think it's around here.
And it's called Stories from the Streets.
Yeah, Stories from the Streets.
And you can get the colored version, the black and white version, and you can get it on ebook, so you can download it from there and buy it from there at lulu.com/spotlight. And please do, because she can write. She's very eloquent.
Yeah, I don't know where I put it.
You gave it to the last person that came interview you.
I must have given it away to somebody else. I ran out of copies, but
well, that's good.
Yeah, but like you said, you can find it on Lulu.com.
Lulu.com. Yeah.
They're the distributor of the book. So if you guys are interested in writing books, I mean, you don't have to have a publishing deal or anything.
Exactly.
It's kind of like the DistroKid or CD Baby of people who write books.
Yeah.
So my plan, I'd like to write another volume of stories. You know, I've traveled so much.
My God, you should.
Since I wrote that one, and we're in quarantine now, so I was like, oh, I could start that. I mean, there's so many projects I've started. I was like, ooh, I got to do all the live streaming. I got to start writing songs. There's so many things that we do as artists. We're just like, how do I have time for anything?
See, that leads to my next question, which is, do you feel like pressured because you have so much, you know, time off, but you don't? But, you know, we feel like, okay, I'm not working outside of the house, so I feel like I should be producing and, like, content and being, you know, present online.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just want to be a total, like,
asshole
and be at home and, like, not even touch the guitar, which is hard because I like playing guitar, and I know you do too.
Yeah.
But do you feel the pressure a little bit?
I feel
bad about not doing something?
I think, at the beginning of the quarantine, I felt bad because, I'm used to, like, I played like 20 gigs a month. I'm out just doing it full time. And, I always want to be busy, but I'm also realizing, it's good to have time to yourself. And also, I think with social media, we compare ourselves to other musicians doing all these things. And I had a breaking point where I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to have the days that I work. I'm going to set my own schedule. And if people ask me to be a part of their streams, I have to say no sometimes. Yeah. It's like doing gigs. If you get offered a gig, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no.
It is. I'm so glad you said yes to this.
Well, yeah, I'm glad I did. I think, but when you say no, you make room for things that are important.
You're right.
And I think in the beginning as an artist, like, you really do want to hustle. You're always wanting to be a part of, like, showcase after show. I mean, that's the other thing about LA is that LA is not really like a town where you make money in music, like, from playing in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like,
for playing, like, original music.
Music. Yeah.
You can play covers and make $100 playing 4 hours, but it's like,
yeah, I mean,
where is that gonna take you, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. But playing original music in LA, I mean, there's tons of places where you can network with other artists. Tons of really cool showcase and really talented people. Like, this is a very special place to be. Like, if you lived in, like, I don't know, Kansas or something.
Connecticut.
I don't know if you'd meet the same talent as you'd meet in LA. So there's something really great about it. But also, I think as artists, we have to realize, like, you are creating your own brand and you're creating your own path. And yes, you do need to network, but you also need to know who you are. And you know who you are when you say no to things.
Yeah, that's true.
So I also just want to make that, like, I don't know, that's my seed of advice to people, like, if you're starting out, like, also just realize, like, you are carving your own path and you have to find things that work for you, and what works for you isn't going to work for everybody else.
No,
So, I think it's also just, like, a maturity thing too. Like, I've been doing music for, like, over 10 years now. Right. And when I began, I wanted to be popular. I was like...
And you and I have very similar careers. I mean, meaning time-wise, or where we've been working, and the people. Yeah.
Yeah, I just, like...
Of course you want to be popular because popularity means something stuck and people are buying and you're making money.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between popularity and popularity.
Yeah, like the difference...
What kind do you want?
Well, like Instagram popularity, like, okay, you may get, like, a ton of likes on a photo, but are those people your fans? Are those people really enjoying your music? Yeah. Or Spotify streams, I mean... It's interesting because there's different routes you can go where, like, you can go the route of, like, you create music, you put out songs every couple weeks or every month, and you get the Spotify streams, and maybe you have a full-time job somewhere and you're just putting out music, or you're the full-time musician and you're playing all these cover gigs, and while you're doing that you're working on your original music, and then there's
the original music always gets pushed to last.
Yeah.
Like, I'm working so much, like you said, you're doing 20 gigs a month, and you go like, well, but I need to pay the bills. Oh, I have all these great ideas, which you're very good at because there's a lot of videos of you on YouTube, and I love the videos, like that one, Living in Black and White.
You like the music video?
I was so sad at the end.
Aww.
I was, and I love that I was, because I was like, oh, I get it. Now, like, the photo that she has is black and white. Now she lives through the memories of that photo. Am I right?
Yeah, it's
so
a story.
I'm like, it was such a great idea. Did you come up with that?
Yeah.
So great. And you look beautiful in it. Your hair is, like, so long. Was it your real hair?
This is my real hair.
Holy shit. Yeah. It was, like, so long.
I've grown my hair... Yeah, for the last 5 years. I used to chop it super short, and I was like, you know what? I want to be like Rapunzel.
And you are. But you can sing. She can't. So you're cooler than her. But then, you spend so much time and trying to record the stuff, which is expensive if you can't do it on your, by yourself. And then the videos, there's always... You're very... hands-on, so you get a lot done by yourself. You study the stuff, you sit your ass down and you get it done.
Yeah.
And you know how it works, and you know how to work gear and camera and computers and stuff, which is not what a lot of musicians actually have the time to do. The people that are starting, so they're playing all these gigs, and they go, okay, so when am I going to record? When am I going to have time to record a video and record? Who's going to do this for me? Sometimes you don't have the connections, I fell through that difficulties before where like I have all these songs but I don't have anybody to record them for me until finally I did. I had someone that recorded my first EP. Anyway, this interview is not about me. But it's just difficult to do everything, and I was talking to Julia about it. We have to do everything these days.
We have to do everything,
social media, and then you gotta fucking perform and be awesome, and compete with everybody. And there was something you wrote on your street diaries, I think. It's in the
book
website.
On the website, okay.
Which is hilarious. You guys gotta check it out. She's like, the moms come and put the babies next to you so you can babysit them while you play songs, and they're on their phone with the dad, or the teenager girls come and take tons of photos of you. And that's funny. But you have to go through this stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're going to have time to record? So I'm very proud of you for recording all this stuff.
Oh.
And it sounds really good.
Thank you.
Do you have a team that you usually go for?
Yeah. I mean, I have different producers that I work with. Like Patrick Joseph, he's been like the main person that has recorded my music. He's a singer-songwriter, and he does a lot of production in LA. And then Ted Wolfers, I've worked with him. Fernando Perdomo as well. John Kleinbell. Trying to think of Warren Hewart as well. I mean, we've done some tracks. I just, I try and just play out a lot, and whoever's interested in my music, I try and find a collaborative relationship with them. It's hard to as an artist, because when you're working with a producer, for example, like you want to find a producer that is going to understand your vision, and definitely. You also need room for growth. And I find that there's a lot of producers out there that don't give a shit about the artist at all. They just want to change their sound, or they'll be like, oh, let's co-write a song together, and it's like not even what you would write. Like, I mean, I had to say no to a couple producers like that, because they're like, well, it's like, you can't trust that I can write a song on my own.
Right.
Like, I think I write some really great songs.
You do. You definitely do.
Yeah, and also navigating as a female artist too. It's my God, it's the most annoying thing ever.
It is. You can tap on that key many times. Go ahead.
Well, like male producers, like you don't know if they're like, oh, is this person interested in me? Are we going out on a coffee date, or are we talking about music right now? Like
your music diary, street diary says like, and then you're playing a song, feeling the song, the lyrics, and you're like, one time you look at this guy, and now he looks at you the whole time. Like, dude, no. I was talking about the song, I wasn't singing it to you. Mm-hmm. It's entertaining to go check it out. You guys should check it out at KatiFerrara.com. I love that. You should definitely put that in the next book too, because it's fun, because it's so true.
True, yeah.
It's like
down to earth and true.
I feel. And then you said things also like, really heartfelt stuff. Like I think you were busking in, I'm not sure where, you didn't say where, but this veteran came and he had teary eyes, and he was going through something hard. Did you stop playing? So, I mean, after you finished the song, to like talk to him?
Was it him? Did he go through, was it the Alcoholic Anonymous? Yeah.
But he was also a veteran. He had like 18 year chip, he's like, I'm gonna break this today.
He had the chip. That was like when I first started. I was in Santa Monica. Well, yeah, I talked to him for like an hour. Yeah. Just talking. Good. A lot of people, well, that's the other thing, like if you're an artist, I think people, they get connected to you, and they want to like reveal so much of themselves to you, because you're revealing so much of yourself to them. That's true. But you have to remember to have a boundary. Like when you're out in the street, like totally. You don't have a stage, you don't have anything, and maintaining that, that professionalism too is really important. Like when I was starting. I mean, I would just, I talk to people, but you also have to realize, like, okay, I am technically playing a show, and someone comes up to me and talks to me for an hour. I mean, it's fine. He seemed like he needed some help, but it made me realize,
but
like,
that was an exception.
It is an exception, and you see, like, well, you see so much about people when you're out in the open like that.
Yeah.
You don't see that in a club or a venue.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened. Hopefully he's fine.
Yeah.
Should be. He is. Let's just assume he is.
Yeah, I think he's okay.
Sometimes you just need to talk,
Yeah.
And lonely people, which I think all of us are a little lonely.
Yeah.
We love music for that reason, because you can relate. Lyrics are a beautiful thing for that reason, because people can just see a song for what they need to hear at the time.
Yeah.
I love the lyrics.
Ah.
So good. How do you go about writing songs? Do you have a thing that you do, or is it just spontaneous?
Well, I think it just depends. Sometimes I have lyrics that I've already written. Sometimes for me, I mostly get inspired by, like, melodies. I'll hear something musical, and then it'll, like, trigger, like, a melody, or I'll be driving in my car, and I'll I'll get the voice memos out, and I'm just like, doo 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 blah blah. I'll sing gibberish. I'll be like, I'm like, and then I get embarrassed. I'm like, if I do a co-write with people, they're just like, no, don't listen to me because I'm singing gibberish right now. Have you ever had that? It really just depends. Like, I write both ways.
Can you write about something that you haven't lived?
Yes.
That's good, because I can't. Unless it's something I have a particular feeling for, like a friend of mine is going through it.
Yeah.
But
you put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah. But, like, just writing about a story that doesn't exist, I'm sure it does exist somewhere, but it's hard for me. So my songs are very
personal. But people like personal. People like when you're genuine about, like, what's going on.
Yeah.
They can tell if you've just written something because you wanted to write versus, like...
Some people are really good at that.
I know. I mean, there's some acting involved in being a performer in some ways. Yeah.
Totally. See, when... This is not about me. I'm going to start talking about me. I wanted to talk about your albums, because you have about 4 of them out on Spotify.
Yeah.
But I did not find your Live at the Hotel Cafe.
That's because it's exclusively on my website, and you get the high quality WAV files. Yeah. But I'll probably delete it within a year or so and record another Live at the Hotel Cafe, or a live at wherever. It's an exclusive album.
Nice. Yeah. But then would you delete and not have it out, or would you delete from, your website and have it on Spotify?
I don't think I want to put it on Spotify. I think, putting too much music on Spotify is not good, because then why would people visit your website? They feel like you don't want to give everything away,
Well, yeah. I like that it's exclusive. Yeah. Do you have vinyls for that? You have CDs for that?
I have CDs, yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, see, y'all? You gotta get one now.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a great show, and it came out really good.
Thanks.
On video, too, because you have some videos.
Some videos, yeah.
Yeah. Do you usually have the same band? Because it seems like you have the girl with the blue hair. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Oh, that's Lucy. She's another artist. Lauren plays bass. Matt plays drums. Had different guitar players. I had Tom McNally, and then also Paul Riddell. He's played with me. But
you had for So Far Sounds, and for the...
That was Tom.
And for the Hotel Cafe, you had the same guitar player.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He does very well for you.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think, well, as a songwriter, it's like you can play with different people.
Yeah.
It depends on who's available for gigs.
I know. And LA is great for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many people. Sometimes my band members can't make it. But then we'll find someone on the same side. And it's fun, It brings a little bit of different things.
Flavor.
Yeah. You released an album this year.
Yes.
Called Break Free. And I love it because of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Break Free is a great title, too. I'm sure you came up with that before everything happened. My favorite track is... lost in
Your
your
ocean eyes.
ocean
Yeah.
eyes. I have complimented you on that song before, so I think it's beautiful, and the video is so well done.
Thank you.
What a great idea! Did you come up with that too?
I helped with that. Originally, I had a video production crew, and actually, the video took a little turn of direction. I needed to hire some people to do the underwater shots.
Right.
And I really liked that. We had some other ideas, like they wanted me to do a shower scene with the guy. And I was like, this is kind of like porn.
I'm already all wet here on the beach. What do you want?
I didn't like that some of the scenes in the beginning, they didn't, there wasn't much of a storyline, and I felt like, this is the thing with music videos, like they don't have to have like a crazy storyline or anything,
No, you're
but
right, yeah.
the scenes, they have to make sense. They didn't film enough for it to make sense the way that they wanted, so I took the footage to somebody else, and I filmed the way that I wanted to. This is the problem. Like I find that, like, okay, as an artist, you really do need to trust your own vision.
Totally.
And what I was saying before with producers and people trying to change who you are, I'm very sensitive to that. And I'm like, if something isn't going along with my vision, then I also have to realize, like, I'm a director. I can organize things, and I hire people for specific things that I can't do myself. Right. And I think that's how most people should operate nowadays, because we're not in the 90s, we're not in the early 2000s. Like, totally. you don't need a record label. Like, you really just need a clear vision of what you want. And it's fine. Like, I find with a lot of projects too, like, initially I might be working with somebody, and maybe they'll help bring out an idea, and then I'll take it to somebody else, and it'll come to life with that other person. So it's not necessarily a bad thing if you work with somebody else.
You gotta live with it too after, so you have to like it. It's like recording. If you don't like it, do it again, even if you're tired, because you're gonna have to live with it. Every time you hear that thing, you're gonna go, oh, right there, I should have done it again for the next 40 years. Just do it again.
Also, too, like, you just have to put content out. I mean, I've sat with songs for ages and never put them out, and then you kind of just regretted, like, I should just put it out like 4 years ago. It was content, because you're always going to be making new content.
True.
So you should just put it out in the world. Don't be so hard on yourself, because, like, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years later, you're going to be way better if you keep going.
Totally.
The industry is constantly changing. Your booking is constantly you don't want to use the same booking videos you've been using for 5 years, You want to be switching that up every couple of years, because you're a way better musician.
True.
And
that's the thing with releasing stuff and just getting your drawer empty, just let things out, because you go, I'm guilty of it. Whatever. It takes too long to release the song, and I already recorded the vocals, and now I'm a better singer, because every 6 months we're a better artist.
We're better,
right? And then you go back. Record again. And you go, my bass player is just like, no, we're just gonna release it, and that's it, because you're always gonna get better. So let's just release this. I had to let go on that one, but it was good. It's not that I wasn't happy with it. It's just that I knew who I was today. But I think it's magical to look back and see things how you were before, I love that song of yours, A Kiss Is Just a Kiss.
Oh my god, it's so old!
It's old, but it's so cute!
Oh my god.
And it's a great song, and I love it when he plays, because it has a good vibe, it was well recorded, it's a great song on its own, and it's you younger. The album was super cute. Was it 4 tracks?
Yeah, it's just 4 tracks.
You got like a Kickstarter for it.
No, that was just...
Not that one.
Not that one. That was Dreamcatcher. That was in 2016. But yeah, that was like my very, very first EP.
I think I met you when you were releasing that.
Yeah, my voice is so high. It's like, la 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 la. I was like, I want to sing like Joni Mitchell, because she has such a high voice. I'm just like, oh, that was a bad decision. My voice is... I like the song on there. I'd probably re-record the song or something and re-release it. And, that was... For me, that was really special. I recorded that album in London, because I was living there.
Your mom's from...
Yeah. So I was like, I want to live in the UK, because I have the dual citizenship.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you go there often?
Yeah, maybe every couple of years or so.
Cool. And when you do, you stay with somebody you know?
Yeah, some family or
That's
friends.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's helpful too.
Yeah.
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 I haven't been in Brazil like forever.
Oh my god.
For like 5 years now.
Wow.
But there was another song that it was so cute because you're so young in it, and the video is badass. It starts with the. I wrote it down here somewhere, and I know I
Click of
can't
the
find
clock, probably.
It's Click of the Clock. It was so fun. Did you come up with all that?
No, actually, my friend Chris did. He scripted the whole thing. That was one of the videos I didn't. I was like, you take care of it.
Tell me what to do.
Yeah, just tell me what to do. And it was a bunch of my friends from college because we all just graduated, and one of my friends was designing these like suits, these like costume. He was a costume designer.
Yeah.
And Chris was like, "Oh, well, we should integrate that in the video," and yeah, we just drove around
And they're
LA.
super cool.
It's just so much fun. Like
That was so. It's a short song.
yeah, super short.
But it tells, it says what it needs to say, and very creative.
Yeah.
When I was watching, I was like, damn. I love that, the beginning with the disc,
Yeah.
and he puts things
The paint.
on it. And is it paint?
Yeah.
I was like, it's mustard. It's ketchup now.
It's ketchup.
It could have been.
Mustard and
I
ketchup.
wouldn't know the difference.
Put a hot dog on there.
At the end, just make a mess. Super cool.
Yeah.
I just want to put it out there that you're so creative. It's very inspiring.
Thank you.
And such a great singer.
Thank you.
Oh, how did you learn how to sing? I'm sure you already knew when you were born, but did you study? Did you go to school?
I took choir in high school,
Cool.
and then I took like a couple voice lessons in college, and then most
a
of
couple.
it's
That's it,
yeah.
y'all.
Most of it's just like practicing, learning from YouTube, or playing with other people,
Yeah.
jamming. I mean, I don't think my voice really developed until I started busking. I was playing all these covers out in Santa Monica, and I think, like, in your head, you're like, oh, I'm super good. I've been singing all my life. Like, I'm fine. And you don't realize it till, like, you look back on videos and you're like, oh, okay, my voice really wasn't that strong back then.
Yeah.
Or you finding the right keys for songs, too.
That's very true.
Because if you listen to my early stuff, like Kiss Is Just a Kiss, I mean, it's way up here. I'm like, la, 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 la.
It was pretty high.
It was really high, and now I'm like, oh, well, that, I can sing a lot lower now. And so people are like, oh, your voice has gotten so much more rich. It's like, I changed the key of my songs.
But I like that you sing low.
Yeah.
Lower than
Lower.
the average American cultural singing.
Well, I think
female
because my voice is already really high anyway, so if I lower the key, it kind of just brings out a little
Totally.
bit more bottom end in my voice.
Yeah.
And also, your muscle gets stronger. Like, if you choose songs in different genres, I don't know. I guess, I mean, I've always been a singer-songwriter, so for me, like, I never really thought so much about, showing dynamic in songs. But
Yeah.
I mean, because I'm always into, like, the lyrics,
Yeah.
And I think as songwriters, like, we're not thinking about the next Whitney Houston song, we're just trying to write stuff that's meaningful for people.
Yeah.
So, I also just, picking songs, with more range. I mean, it also helps your songwriting in return. Instead of just writing, a bunch of, like, a verse and singing everything within one range,
Yeah.
you start really developing better melodies when you start covering songs, with more dynamic,
Yeah. I love singing Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Tell me about dynamics.
Oh my
I would
God.
give one arm of mine for you to sing a Celine Dion song. It's a lot of chords.
Actually, I have a story about that. I was at City Walk, and this lady asked me to sing My Heart Will Go On
Ooh.
while she hula hooped.
Wow. I just picture the whole thing.
And she, like, got all these people take out their phones, and she was just, like, hula hooping. I was like, my heart will go on. So funny. It was like the most random, like, that song is so heartfelt, and she's just like jiggling her
Why that song of all the songs? Maybe Over the Rainbow would have gone great.
It was the most hilarious thing ever, but it made her day. She was so happy. She was like, thank you so much. It's been my dream to hula hoop to My Heart Will Go On.
And Well, good thing you knew how to play it too.
I know. I bring my iPad with me because, if people want songs, I'm just like, oh, okay, there we go.
I'm terrible at that. My iPad's so slow these days.
Oh
I swear to
God.
God. But you do really good covers your way. Like you did the Janis Joplin, maybe.
Yeah.
I couldn't even if there was not, if it wasn't written in there, I would have known that it, in the good way, that it was a Janis Joplin song. I would have just known that it was a great song.
Aww.
You did so uniquely. How do you say that?
Unique, yeah.
So unique. That was good. You do that one so much?
I don't really do that one. Somebody actually requested that I was doing it was a proposal?
Wow.
Yeah, and someone was like...
Maybe? That's the one they wanted for it?
No, it was an anniversary. It was an anniversary, not proposal, not maybe. You
want a yes.
Yeah, you want a yes.
Maybe.
Anniversary. It's like a surprise anniversary. This guy messaged me on Facebook. He's like, can you play the song? It's my wife's favorite song. So I made those YouTube videos and just put them up, and I don't really play that one that often. I play Tangerine.
Yeah, you do. That's really nice.
That one was really popular on YouTube. I've got tons, but the stuff that you see on YouTube, that's me 3-4 years ago. I've got way better stuff now.
Right, but you have. You know, you have it out there.
It's
Doesn't
out there.
matter. It's out there. Anybody who wants to go hear you sing, they can go to YouTube and they can find your stuff. They can go to Spotify and they can have a bunch of stuff. It's not just, one single like someone I know. But it's okay. I'm trying to work on not looking around and just doing what I can do for myself. And I think you do a lot of that too. You just do what you need to do. You work a lot. And I like that.
Yeah.
I like women that work a lot.
Yeah.
That gets it done.
Yeah.
For themselves.
Yeah. I definitely feel like that.
But you have other passions too besides music. You're not just music, it's Katie's music, What else? We know you like cooking. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like tennis.
You like tennis?
I like playing tennis.
That is the most random thing. Tennis. You play tennis?
Yeah, I love tennis. I don't get to play that often, but...
If you do, where do you go?
Echo Park. The courts are open.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to Echo Park. I like cats.
You do? Who doesn't, right? Where's your cat?
I can't have a cat here.
Why not? They don't need to know. He's not going to bark too loudly. Man, when I was looking for your stuff, there was so much. And I think we're already getting at 45 minutes. And I could talk to you for 9 hours. But just tell me just a little more about your experience in LA, like all the venues that you played. What's your favorite venues?
Hotel Cafe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorites too.
The sound is amazing.
Yeah.
If I don't want to book a show anywhere else because I'm too scared that the sound engineer's not going to be good.
It's very difficult. You never know who's going to be, in front of the house.
I know.
Have you ever done St. Rock in Hermosa Beach?
No, I haven't.
You haven't. That's a good venue there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful there too.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
I saw Miko there a long time ago.
Yeah.
Miko Music and a couple other bands. Yeah, I like that area a lot.
Yeah. I live down there, so I work mostly down there.
Yeah.
And you were at the Peppermint that I know.
Yeah.
I've seen it. So Far is such a cool thing.
Oh, I love So Far Sounds.
Yeah, I need to make it next time they have one, just to go check out some. But they're super secret about it. It's like, okay, if I'm not invited and have the code to get in.
But it's a real show, you go and
is.
you play your songs and people are quiet.
Yeah.
And you're really entertaining them. They take care of their artists, and then you're part of this community, which I just love that about and then you can travel.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. You can book a tour just with So Far Sound shows.
Totally.
Just all over the world.
They have it in Brazil.
Yeah.
They do.
So cool.
It's like, wow. Maybe I'll be. I have a few friends that have been in it. Your video singing Lost in Your Ocean Eyes. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
there. It's really great.
Thank you.
The performance is great. It sounds great.
Yeah.
How long did you play for? It's just like a few songs, four songs?
Yeah,
or,
4
or
songs.
so?
Yeah.
That's good. That's always good.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk a little bit, just a little bit, about gear. Because you're the gear queen. What are you using these days for your vocal pedals and your microphones and your guitars?
Yeah, so I mean, for my live shows, I have a pedal board.
Yeah.
And on the board, I've got the TC Helicon Play Acoustic. And then I have the Ocean's 11 pedal. It's by Electro Harmonics. And then I have, sometimes I swap it out with like the Beat Buddy. That's a drum machine pedal.
Cool.
Or I'll use an EQ pedal. And then I've got like my volume pedal. Mm-hmm. Volume pedals, honestly, like, may not seem like a big deal, but for me, like, it's a game changer.
Definitely.
Okay, you're doing a live show, you're doing a gig, and my pet peeve is like you set your guitar down, volume's all the way up on the guitar, and it feeds back, and you're like, yeah, it's like, you're like, I just went to go get some water, and then the whole guitar is like, it's like, oh, I have a volume pedal.
Yeah. My finger is glued to my volume knob, which came off like twice.
Oh my god. Especially like, well, if you have a dreadnought guitar too, so like for some songs it's probably really nice to have that low end, but for others it's like you're strumming and then it's like,
yeah. And which guitar are you using?
I have an Eastman.
Is this the one you use the most?
Yeah, I love this guitar so much. I call it Phoenix Rose, like Phoenix Rising, Phoenix
Look at
Rose.
That. If we had a show, it could be called Phoenix Rose.
Yeah, there we go. I got this in Phoenix, in Arizona. And it's a parlor guitar. It's the perfect size for me. I like smaller guitars.
Yeah. But you play electric too?
Yeah, I play electric. I've got a Telecaster, and I have a piano. I've got a Yamaha piano now, cool. P95. Yeah, and then for my gigs, like I have different PA systems. If I'm busking, I'll use, well, I was using my crate. My crate, I think I'm going to retire it.
Yeah?
Because honestly, I think bringing a portable power system is better than getting a portable amp. Because like QSC, for example, I mean, QSC makes these amazing speakers.
It is amazing.
They're loud, like, and I love the low end in them. Also Bose as well. Like, if you can power something that isn't normally battery powered with external power, that will go so far. Like, and it's good for gig. Like, say you're playing a private gig and they don't have power. Oh, you just bring your own power with you.
Yeah.
And then you have this great quality equipment with you. Like, as a busker, like, it also sets you apart because these little amps, like, okay, they're great when you're starting out, but like, I feel like when you're a pro,
you grow out
of it and you want your, but like that's also the mistake too. It's like also when you're starting out, you don't want to buy the pro equipment.
You can't buy it.
You can't buy it. It's too expensive.
Plus you don't really need it. You just
don't
need to get the hours on stage.
Get the hours on stage. But after a certain point, it's like, in order to get better, like if you do buy better equipment, I must say, like, it makes a huge difference.
And when you sound not just better, but with more quality sound, people tend to stay longer.
They do.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the new QSCs, the K2, which is the one I have, they have EQs now in the back.
Yeah.
So when I do a solo show, I don't even have my mixing board anymore. I just go TC Helicon into
QSC.
One channel and then another channel for the vocals and the input for the guitar, and then I do the EQ in there. Barely, because the QSC by itself is great, and all the vocals go through the TC Helicon, so that's it. Give me a chair, I'm playing my gig. You know?
It sounds great. Yeah.
It changed my life.
Game changer.
And it has more lower end than other speakers.
Yeah.
And it can take a punch.
Yeah, stuff with low end.
It will never blow on you.
Yeah.
They make those power chords for the QSC with the lock in it because if you're using MIDI, if you're using and it vibrates, it's okay. The cable is not gonna come out. I love it. And you know, I got the Ocean's 11 when you told me about it.
Yeah.
I've been fucking with it, but I'm not as good.
There's other settings on it. You can use shimmer. You can use all the different reverbs.
I love all of them. Yeah.
It sounds great on the guitar, especially like if you're in pedal boards are great because if you're in a venue and the mixing board is just very very simple.
Yeah.
I mean, your sound you'll stand apart from other people when you play if you really understand like what you like as an artist.
And here in LA, unfortunately, but sometimes fortunately, you have to do your own sound a lot of times.
Yeah.
Even when you're doing full band. So when I'm with Phoenix Rising, we have our mixing board. It is like a bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we have sound people doing for us, we go like, Les, like, this sounds brown.
Oh my God. There's this Instagram... you're probably following them on Instagram, the band meme 666. Do you ever follow them? They've got the funniest page, and so they have like a meme of like what's his name, Bernie Sanders. He's just like what is it? It was about reverb. Oh, I have to find
musicians' humor.
Yeah, musicians' humor. Hold on, I'm gonna find it right now.
That's amazing.
Band memes.
What is it called?
Band memes.
Band memes.
666.
The number of the beast. I was listening to some Iron Maiden last night in my studio.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Wait, this is so funny. Hold on.
She's literally showing it to me.
It's all about gear. Loop, yes, master.
Oh. Only musicians will follow that page.
Oh, he says, once again, I am asking for more reverb in my microphone.
Actually,
because that's how you feel as a musician when you're on stage and you're talking to the sound person. You're just like, can I have some more? There's like, oh yeah, sure. Wait, can I have some more reverb?
I swear
Sure,
to God,
I'll put some more in.
Sometimes they just pretend they're doing it. And you go, and they get like, is it better? And then you feel bad for saying that it's not. And
No.
like, yeah, sure. I only have like now 30 minutes to do my set, especially when it's one of those.
Or they don't bother telling you that they're not putting it in your monitor mix and they're only putting it in the mix outside. Like, because some places don't like putting it in your monitor mix because you sing better if you don't have reverb. That's true.
Actually, the Whiskey Go Go is like that. So you're in a huge fucking stage because you sing differently.
Yeah.
When you have that stuff, and that's but yeah, bigger stages it's tricky to have the pedal there because you can give feedback.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
But you know what would resolve that? In-ear monitors.
Yeah, there we go.
And as much as that stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Last question, okay? And now we'll get off your hair.
Okay.
Tell me about new music. Not only if you're releasing anything, if you're writing anything new, or are you listening to anything new? Maybe not new to date, but new to you?
Yeah. I'm listening to a lot of Jose Gonzalez right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if you're into his music, but he's like really acoustic, and I listened to a lot of him in like college and stuff, but he's got some great stuff on Spotify.
What kind of genre is that?
Here, I'll play some.
Yeah.
Jose Gonzalez. Oh wait, no, there's an ad. I don't have the paid version of Spotify.
Guys, tip her so she can pay $9.99 for. You could text that shit out. It's familiar to me.
Acoustic guitar, like just very relaxing. Like, yeah, I'm into like very meditative music right now.
Yeah.
Because our world is very stressful at the moment.
It is. You know, I've been listening to a lot. I'll send it to you later, but it's you can play it whenever you want.
Okay, I was just waiting for the commercials. Here we go. This is chill music. That's how I call it. Jose Gonzalez. I think this is Jose Gonzalez. Oh no, this is 07. 07, Small Town Boy. Okay, here's Jose.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah. So I listen to him. And then for my own music, I'm writing a bunch of stuff right now. I'm in pre-production, so I'm sending Patrick stuff that I produce on my own. Like I do demos here. Like I can't do anything super complicated. I just do vocal, guitar, piano. Logic. I just I do my vocal, and then I want this next record to be more piano based.
Yeah.
Because I've always played guitar, but I'm like, it's kind of cool to work with a different instrument and then like shape everything around that or around beats.
Yeah.
Like I sent him stuff with the Beat Buddy, and I was like, hey, like maybe we can, work with the MIDI for this. So I'm thinking I want to do an EP or a full length album. I'm doing a couple songs with him right now, and then I'll probably put those out, and then maybe do another crowdfunding or maybe Patreon.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm just co-writing with people. I do my live streams, and it's funny because like I was playing the other day. I was trying to play "Be My Baby."
Yeah.
And it turned into a new song. Like it just like I was going bum 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 bum, and I was like, this is so cool. It sounds like a Motown song, but then like I couldn't remember the melody to like "Be My Baby," and then that was something different, and it just it turned into.
And then you just wrote a song.
Yeah. My friend sent me lyrics, and he was just like, "Hey, like let's write a song together." I'm like, cool. Like so, I'm kind of I'm using this time just to be creative, take care of myself, relax, and make tons of demos.
Good, yeah.
I think it's good to take your time with releases too. Like I think for me like. Because I'm always live streaming and I'm always I'm always writing. Like people know that I'm making stuff. Yeah. I think, I just can't wait to like pick and choose which songs go on the album, the next album. It'll be cool, and it'll be cool to get everybody involved in that. Everyone that's following me, because they know the songs from when they were born. The baby, and they've seen them evolve over the live streams that I've done, my live shows. Like even with Break Free. I mean, most of those songs I wrote like 2 or 3 years ago, and I didn't put it out till now. I mean, it takes a while to like
it does.
The crowdfunding, the getting in the studio, mixing, mastering, getting the artwork together, like choosing the songs. Like there's so much, and then playing them out. Like for me, I like playing my songs out before I record them.
Yeah, totally.
Because sometimes when you record something, it's like this could be better.
Yeah, and you're just not sure.
Yeah.
You haven't. Search, what was the word I'm looking for?
You got that feedback from people,
and you try out different things every time you play, and you go like, this one I like.
Yeah,
the ones that stick the most usually go in the album. But you have a lot of material, so at least you can pick and choose what's gonna go in your next album. It's not like I'm short of songs. You don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to do a second season of this show, and I want to have you guys back months from now. Maybe you have something you released. I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Maybe you have catapulted to the success as you should and deserve, and you will. And just come hang out with you,
More cooking
and eating, and we're gonna drink next time.
Yeah.
Because this sober interview is weird. Guys, Kati Ferrara, you know where to find her. KatiFerrara.com. You can download the book on
my website.
On the website.
And Lulu.com.
Yeah.
Yes.
On Spotify, on YouTube. Check her out on YouTube. You literally have tons of options, videos for
vlogs.
Music, vlogs. So insightful, everything you have there. You're a person that wants to share your knowledge, you're excited about the things you do and the steps you're taking to the next level. It's very inspiring. I love that.
Thank you, Tatiana.
Congratulations on everything.
Yay.
Thank you for having me. I'm the luckiest girl alive. And thank you guys for listening. Subscribe and make sure you follow Kati Ferrara on all of the platforms. Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. Am I missing anything?
Twitter.
Periscope.
My website.
The website. Just Google her name and you see it all.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Have a beautiful
day.
Woo! Woohoo!